I guess we're just going to start. Here we go.
Wow.
Hey, how are you? Rainy, wet day today, and we went about as far as I think we've probably ever gone in Friday Night Sports Extra. A couple new schools we're shooting football in, and I have a new favorite field I have ever shot football at.
And just our second accident on Friday Night Sports Extra.
Yeah.
The good news is everybody's safe like the first one. Well, there was a casualty in the first one. We hit a deer the first time. Not as lucky this time. But everybody's good. We had a busy day.
That's right. I guess we'll start off GSL,
Yes.
4A Meade, 3A East Valley. It was homecoming over there for the Knights. Junior Jonathan Caspear trading his homecoming sword for the hat. Would have traded it for some defense early on. Meade going forward on 4th and long. They toss the screen pass off to Darian Hatch. He almost gets brought down, fights through the tackles for a first down. He would later get in the end zone on the drive, but the Knights come right back. I never got to see Keith Oso play, but from what he tells us, it looked a lot like this. Nick Bellamy off to the races. The end zone's open 24/7 for this guy.
He wasn't that good.
Yeah, 70 yards, and we're tied at 7, but Meade had their game faces on. Max Kaiser up high to Hatch, who's just going to go up and get that ball. That pass and catch good for 32 yards. Then Kaiser going to find another one of his receivers. This time it's Ryan LaForte on the opposite side of the field. That makes it 14-7 visitors. Meade goes on to win this one big, 41-7. But I still have the homecoming sword over here for Keith. So Keith, I dubbed the next man, I think, to read highlights. And then also we've got Ferris, 21, Eastmont, 12. That's right, the homecoming sword.
I'm telling you, this is quality. Keith's going to go put that on his wall at home. Yeah. Albee Stadium tonight, Central Valley and North Central, we're hooking up. Yep, even the little ones enjoying a little grub and a little football on Friday night. Bears strike first. Blake Bledsoe finds Brad Whitley, and yeah, he got in. 7-0 Central Valley, yes. Whitley actually beat the official to the signal of the touchdown. More action through the air. Bledsoe's favorite guy, Whitley. Oh, look at that fingertip grab. It's another touchdown for the Bears, 14-0, and they're not done yet. Still in the first quarter, Bledsoe switches it up this time. He finds Greg Barnes. Oh, he's behind the defense. Look out, Mr. Referee. It's a 51-yard touchdown, 21-0 at that point. Central Valley goes on to beat North Central tonight. How about Lewis and Clark and Shadle Park? A little bit of mist falling today. The Tigers have been hit with injuries, but had most of their guys back. Levi Taylor back in the lineup. Oh, he's just running over people and running through the Highlanders into the end zone, 7-0 Tigers. Shadle tries to get something going. Chris Donahue, watch. He's got all kinds of time, goes up top to Bo Schutzel. Oh, but look at it. He is hit. The ball pops loose. David McNeil takes it right back where the pass was thrown from, 50 yards before he's finally knocked down. That'll eventually lead to this. Justin White. Oh, look at him. He's got the ball in the outside hand. That kid's quick. He's into the end zone. 48-6 Lewis and Clark. Taylor Eglett back from a concussion. 13 of 16, 330 and 3 touchdowns. 2 of those to Vaughn Capico, who had 248 yards receiving in this game.
Keith, I'll get you in just a second, but we're going to move on to some more GSL action. That happened last night. First game up, Mount Spokane and U-High, and this little one going to be a shining star one day doing her homework. First drive of the game, Mount Spokane moving the ball. Travis Ward gets brought down from behind by Mike Boyle. It's an 8-yard loss, and the Cats would have to settle for a field goal 3-0 lead. Later in the first now, it's 10-0 Mount Spokane. Tony Tatta's trying to punt, but Derek Gillette, the big block, and Nick Fowler recovers. Then the Cats would pounce soon after. Ward finds Nathan Blackham, who finds a grab and fights his way across the goal line. Makes it 17-0 Cats, and Mount Spokane wins this one 24-14. Still last night action, Rogers and G-Prep fans anticipating a little rain. Second quarter, it's 3-0 Rogers. Bullpups quarterback David Stockton pitches off to Travis Long. The 6'4" senior, look at him go. Pulls away for the 74-yard touchdown, and it makes it 7-3 Bullpups. Then Prep, too many weapons. John Lampert through the gut of the Pirates D. It's a 28-yard ball, or 28-3 ball game, and they win it. The Bullpups, that is, 35-3. Other scores tonight: Moses Lake over Kennewick Big, 28-13.
Got a nice East Valley sword. That wasn't a very nice game tonight. Not a good effort by the Mighty Knights. We'll get them next week. Head over the border into Idaho. First league game of the year for Lake City at Post Falls. And the T-Wolves built a quick lead in the first half of Trojans coming back. That's Nick Reinhardt getting some momentum. Nice pitch and catch there. Touchdown to Dakota Allert. That's just before the half. T-Wolves, though, on the move. Adam Fennenbach. It passes to Julian Burgess. And it's, there's a fumble on the play. It looks like the Trojans of Post Falls have gotten that. They got the recovery 3 plays later. They give the ball to Big Cole Amendi for a 3-yard punch-in. Pulls within 7, but the T-Wolves would get their own touchdown in the second half with just 3 minutes left in the game. That's Fennenbach on the reverse to Tanner Sanders, and the man of chicken takes it all the way in. Look at that run for Lake City. They go on to win this one, 36-26. That's a good opening round game for them. Other scores over in Idaho. Coeur d'Alene with the big win way down against Caldwell. Also, Lewiston travels all the way up to Sandpoint and gets a win on the road. And the Moscow Bears with a win at home against the Connell Eagles.
All right, well, East Valley, obviously the tough loss we showed you earlier on. I think Keith's using that sword to wipe away the tears. You saw the smile from Caleb there. Could have meant that West Valley played pretty sharp. Those are the Eagles. Kayla actually used to be their captain. The Eagles were up 21-0 late in the second quarter, deciding to go for more. Drew Clausen playing 3 flies up. Senior Kyle McCray comes down with it. He's on the other team. He's going to try to run it back. He's looking good, looking good. This does not look good for him. Oh! That's right. Tanner Flynn absolutely lays him out. He'd have a long run after that to kind of make up for it a little bit, though. Third quarter, Lakeland still on the comeback trail. Ryan Yondell, he finds Adam Day, makes a nice grab. So it's 21-6 after the missed 2-point try. Fourth quarter, Lakeland threatening again on 4th and goal. Youngdell gets pressured. That ball falls incomplete, and the Eagles going to go ahead and hold on for the 21-6 victory. Kayla a little bit happier over there, I guess. Maybe she'll show some of her Eagles dancing.
Those guys are good this year. Yeah. Man, West Valley's pretty good.
Yeah, I saw what you were saying in the break. All right, when we come back on Friday Night Sports Extra, a busy night in the Great Northern League, plus a couple of places we've never been before. We'll show you highlights when we come back. Friday Night Sports Extra, plus we'll give away an iPod when we return.
Sponsored by your local Toyota dealer and Sterling Savings Bank. KXLY4HD and Friday Night Sports Extra bring you the best seat in the house for high school football. Friday Night Sports Extra starts right now.
Welcome back. We're still trying to figure out who the best teams are in the Great Northern League. You saw West Valley in a non-leaguer. How about Cheney and Pullman tonight? Good crowd out in Cheney, as there always is, to see the Blackhawks and the Hounds. Big play early for Cheney. Watch D'Angelo Jones, a swing pass to Mike Springer. Look at the move he makes. Oh, go back and pick up your jockstrap because it's a 27-yard gain. But Pullman responded to their own big play. Hounds quarterback Cody Peterson goes up top. Watch the play from Jaron Hodge. Goes up and takes it away from the defender. That sets up the short touchdown run. Cody Weber, he's cooking into the end zone. Pullman up 7-0. Cheney comes right back. Watch Jones on this play. The keeper breaks the tackle. It's Superman, up, and away. Didn't get in the end zone, but got a first down inside the 5. That sets up the 1-yard touchdown run by John Quisenberry, but it was the Hounds going on to winning it 45-13. Colville playing at Medical Lake tonight. Good trade. These guys we got a retail VIP card. They got one of our hats. We got gypped on that. Colville on the board early. Shell Perry, the misdirection, 8 yards out, 7-0. More Colville. They look like the Cougars, but can't be because the Cougars haven't been in the end zone this much. Dustin Davis takes it in from 8 yards out, 14-0. Indians and Colville's third touchdown drive. You know what? We're done running. We're going to throw. Zach Hull to Austin Pete. And that's good enough for a touchdown. 21-0 Indians after a quarter. They go on to win it 42-7. Clarkston, a 12-7 winner at Deer Park, handing the Stags their first loss of the season. Chewelah goes to Riverside and beats them in a non-league game. Northeast A, Freeman, 40-0 over Newport. Tanner Live with 2 touchdowns at 185 yards. And Lakeside, a big winner against Kettle Falls.
A lot more responses this week. A lot more pictures trying to win an iPod. Let's give that thing away. We got some good photos this week. Jesse Ailing sent in a nice picture of Andrew Pfeiffer running across country. Nice muddy day just like today. Nice picture there. Moscow well represented again. Robin Kiefer of Hunters of the famous Kiefer family sends us this picture of quarterback Donnie Mendoza handing off. Nice picture there. Also a good picture from Kayla's stomping grounds, West Valley. Jerry Way sending us a picture of Kaylee Way, one of the 2 Way sisters. But you can only give away 1 iPod this week, and that goes to this one. Danielle Bean from Lakeland High School. That's a great action shot right there. An iPod is headed your way. How do you win an iPod? Go to our website, KXLY.com. The big blue thing at the top. Click share your photos, and you too can win an iPod just like Danielle Bean.
And maybe you were at the Davenport-Colfax game tonight, took a good picture. Go ahead and send that in if you did. Let's go straight to the highlights on this one. Tony Carter has a Sports Extra hat that's over 20 years old, so we gave him a new one for a Bulldog t-shirt. It's like an antique. First quarter, Alex T finds Will Hatley in the end zone. That makes it 6-0 Bulldogs right there. Then the Gorillas, which is probably my favorite mascot I've heard so far since I've been here. They're going to go for the reverse. Cody Hopkins gets hit. The ball's going to come loose. Yeah, Austin Nail's going to fall on the ball for 6 points. Makes it 13-0 Colfax. Later, running back Joe Kamick. He's going to just go ahead and run it in almost untouched. Colfax wins this one big, 41-14. A couple other scores for you. Lynn Ritzville, 33-7 winners over Republic. And we've got Springdale, 18, Selkirk, 14.
More action coming over here from Waitsburg Prescott at Garpal tonight. And this guy right here trading Phil a hot dog for a sports extra hat. Very nice. Phil, were you hungry? Garpal up 12-7 at the half. They'll try the long bomb, but it's picked off by Jeff Hofer, and nothing is going to happen right there. Down at the other end then, Ryan Mason tries the handoff, which is fumbled and recovered by Gar Powell. Next play, Gavin Burt finds Matt Turner, but that's the wrong guy, wrong jersey, buddy. He'll score 14-12 Waitsburg Prescott, and then Gavin Burt's going to find Garrett Brost. He'll fight his way into the end zone, and Garpel goes on to win 18-14. Other score for you, Asotin Panthers over Tico Oakdale Rosalia, 48-22.
Head back over the border into Idaho. Orofino heading into Spirit Lake. No, that's not the mascot, but that's what a Maniac from Orofino looks like. 4-hour bus trip for them tonight. Maniacs on a forced to punt, and Timberlake's Pat Lagamar. Geez, help me with that one, Dennis. Lagamanrath or something like that. Breaks a tackle and makes it. Man, that's a nice spelling.
Good thing he had a long name.
Hey,
he wouldn't have got it in. If
hey,
it was a short
Pat.
touchdown.
Hey, Pat. Nice touchdown. Sorry about the last name. I'll work on that for next time. That was a nice touchdown there. Maniacs found themselves down 14, but Michael Welch gets things going on the rollout. Hits Nathan Struess for a 49-yard touchdown there, and then after an interception, Welch gets the Maniacs into the end zone, and that's a good one there. Orofino goes on to win it big on the road. Other scores from over there, Priest River gets a win over the Badgers, and Kellogg over the Lumberjacks on the road.
Track meet with huddles, 8-man football, including 2 places we've never been before on Friday Night Sports Extra when we continue.
One of the biggest games of the night and a place I've never been before. Cooley City, ACH, the defending state champions against the #1 seed. We traded 3 hats for a dry lens. A little rainy out there tonight. Cusick, their defense out with a fast start. Robert Ives with a sack. ACH would have to punt. Cusick's offense also out to a fast start. First play of scrimmage for them, Spencer Schatzholder goes up top to Dustin Villegas, and he's off to the races. He's giggity gone. 60-yard touchdown strike. 8-0 Panthers were in for a track meet, but both defenses would hunker down. Some sort of fake punt attempt by Cusick is foiled by the defense of the Warriors. All defense in the first and second quarter. Final seconds of the first half, 4th and 5 for Cusick. Shanholzer scrambling, looking for someone, directing traffic. Tyler Edwards is there. 14-0 at the half, and look at this. Thanks for scoring all your points after I left. 38-12. Cusick goes on to remain undefeated. They're ranked #1 in the state. Let's jump on the ferry and head over to Inchelium for the Inchelium and Pateros game. Pateros building a big lead. Luke Bighouse, the Michigan Stadium, swings it over to Ben Hoffman, and he does the rest. Get out of the way, into the end zone, 10-yard touchdown, 12-0 Billy Goats. Pateros looking for more. Bighouse going up top for Ricky Heen. Nice catch. Way to use the hands. 25-yard gain, and that sets up Heen. He's going to punch it in. He punches it in. Billy Goats take a 26-0 lead, and we had to get back to the ferry to get across. And look what Inchelium did. They score 48 unanswered to win it. Sorry, guys, I had to get back across the ferry. Other scores, Odessa goes on the road and gets a big win, 46-0 over Welpinit. And the Mansfield Colonels make an appearance on Friday Night Sports Extra. They go to Waterville and get beat 60-12.
I say let's keep this 8-man track meet. Right, Dennis? That's what you
Track
call it?
meet
All right, there we go. Let's keep it on going. Great day for football and Sprague. Dennis actually got to get out there early, shot this one for us. Hunters Lions, they're going to score the first time they touch the ball. Eli Bear always making the highlight reel. This time the nice 12-yard run for the touchdown makes it 8-0, and then the Lions defense just hammering away. The Falcons, Nick Spurline rocked by Andrew Dick. He's the quarterback. Very next play, Jared Ginther, he gets run over by 2 Lion defenders. Trevor Anderson and Bear doing the duties. Then more Falcons. This time they're going to do it through the air. Dick, you saw him make the big hit before. This time the big pass to Donnie Mendoza. That's good for 55 yards and into the end zone for lots of fun. And Hunters goes on to win this one 72-22. Let's keep the good times rolling. As we said before, Curlew and Wilbur Preston, the Curlew cheerleaders, traded us a hat for a cheer last week, but they outnumber the cheer receivers. As Keith says, Wilbur Preston building a big lead in the third quarter. Direct snap to Hayden Hedrick. He picks up a block from his quarterback. He's gone 40 yards. Wildcats up big. Curlew, though, trying to chip away on that big deficit. Ethan Manick, he's going to run through the line, gets it into the end zone. But Wilbur Preston, they scored a lot more in this one, 62-28 the final.
I believe 62 is the definition of a lot more in scoring. Lackwash, Colton Pullman Christian. We traded a hat to Rick and Jim for a guarantee they'd call the score in. They did because their coaching staff never does. All right, yes, I said it, and I'm happy. Lackwash up 34-0. Colton Pullman needs to score. Nate Jacobs throws it deep to Sam Robertson, caught down to the 5-yard line. Next play, they'll give the handoff to Robertson. He gets in. Look at him change hands. That's pretty running right there. 34-6 at that point, but Lackwash showing no mercy here. Justin Ani, I should say, rolls and throws to Garrett Blart. The touchdown, Lackwash goes on to win it 54-6. Thanks, Rick and Jim, for calling the score, and we should have given you 2 hats. Can you call us next week? All right, other scores, St. John Endicott a loser in a non-league game, playing Highland Christian. That game was played in Kittitas today. All right, so we've got more action. What are we doing, guys? I hear highlights. We take you to Genesee for the big chili cook-off. We'll tell you who the winner was. Dan traded a hat for a sample of every chili in there. Why do our guys always trade for food and never bring any back? All right. First quarter, Genesee quarterback Bo Damon throws to Daniel Carson for the 20-yard gain. Next play, Damon scrambles out of the pocket. Oh, he finds Brandon Nelson for the touchdown. More Genesee. That's double E on the end. Handoff to Ryan Borth. Carries it to the 1-inch line. The next play, Damon, he'll punch it in. Oh, he got punched, but he punched it in. 52-6. And just in case you were wondering, the Chain Gang Chili was the winner. Bob, the bus driver, and the elementary gang finishing second. And Chili Night Chili. 300 people ate chili tonight. Stay away from Genesee tomorrow. There you see the score. Troy, a 2-0 forfeit win over Clearwater Valley. The rest of the scores, Kendrick beats Timberline in that one as well in the White Pine League. Prairie over the Lapwai Wildcats in a shutout on the road. North Star League, Kootenai a winner. Also, one more winner, Mullen wins over Clark Fort on Thursday.
Dan, how much chili did you eat? Woo-wee! All right, well, it's that time of the show where we introduce you to our shining star. This week, we introduce you to Amanda Gibby, a senior at Post Falls High School, who's an outstanding student holding down above a 4.0. She's been on the varsity volleyball team for 3 years and says she's grown as a player and learned a lot about teamwork.
Always be setting a good example for your team, especially when you're in a leadership position, and just always try your hardest. The score, as much as you want it to matter, it really shouldn't, and you just need to have the passion for it and do it because it's fun and you love it, not just because you want to win.
If you'd like to nominate a Shining Star of your own, email us at shiningstar@kxly.com.
We're not quite done. Friday Night Sports Extra. Back to wrap up shop when we return.
Welcome back to Friday Night Sports Extra. Kayla, talk about the Chiefs.
Hey, Chiefs rocking and rolling tonight, 5-0 over Everett. This is Tokarski's 3rd shutout of this year and 11th career shutout. Chiefs' new record. Congratulations go out to them and him.
Quick look at the college games for tomorrow. Washington State and UCLA. Our coverage of that one begins at 5. The Huskies and Arizona Wildcats. Huskies looking for their first win of the season. Idaho Vandals have won one, if you can remember it. They look for their first conference win as Nevada comes to town, and Eastern looking for their 3rd straight win, first in a couple of years against Portland State. Also, we've got Whitworth at home back at the Pine Bowl. That game starts tomorrow at 1.
Yeah, homecoming for the Pirates. Good luck to all the teams. Ben will have all the action for you. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next Friday on Friday Night Sports Extra.